Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be an analysis of some of the most popular futures markets that traders are trading. It will be a technical analysis overview, so if you use charts within your trading, or maybe you're just interested in learning more about charts and how they can be used as a tool to help make good decisions as a trader, this will be a video for you. One quick clarification, I will be using the 1 hour time frame, meaning each one of these candlesticks here represents 1 hour's worth of time. So first market we're going to take a look at is the NQ, and as a reminder, if you trade the MNQ, the patterns are mimicking one another, so you could just still apply all of this to the MNQ. So right now, yes, it was a very, very rough session, rough overnight session here. Things have bounced up a little bit, but definitely got to get some new levels mapped out. I'm going to go ahead and delete these lines up there as they serve their purpose for now. But the main level that I'm very curious about moving forward, so let me change this to green to represent support, is this area right down here at the 100 mark. So 21,000, there we go, close enough, 100. You can see as of right now, this has done a good job providing support. But if the price comes back down and breaks through there, I think that could bring in another wave of downside momentum and potentially carry the price down to this area, if not even lower than that, sitting down there at the 20,870 mark. So those would be the two main areas of support to watch moving into the next session here. So keep a close eye on those, and we'll see how things continue to play out. Now, if this bounce, because to be fair, this hour period right here, nice green candle, still a lot of work that needs to be done. And the main bit of quote-unquote work, in my mind, right up there at 21,600, which is the 200 period moving average. And this is just classic technical analysis here. When levels of support are broken, so going into this movement right here, it was a support, but when they're broken, they tend to act as resistance. You can see a little miniature bounce back up, found resistance, and then rolled back over from there. So if this bounce continues, then yeah, 21,600 going to be the main area to watch very closely. In the nearer term, another interesting battleground point right there at 21,400. But yeah, no doubt about it. Rough move, but got a bit of a bounce going on. So we'll see if this session continues or if the next session it rolls back over. So yeah, definitely grab your popcorn. Next one here, taking a look at the ES, and maybe you already see some of the levels that I'm probably going to talk about, because as of right now, as I just spoke about, basic technical analysis when levels of support are broken. So this pink line here, 200 period, was a support. You can see right there support, but it was broken right there. You would expect it to act as resistance, and then right there, rejected, and then you can see even this afternoon, price is currently, just can't quite push up through there. So yes, definitely the near term level of resistance here on the ES, going to be on that hourly level, which sits at 60.50. So right here, 60.50, near-term level of resistance. Now, even if the price were to break up through there, I mean, don't get me wrong, that's a good thing from a bullish standpoint, but not that far away. You then have the 50-period moving average up there, keyword being moving. So as things play out, that line is going to continue to move itself lower and lower and get more and more relevant. So keep an eye on that dynamic. But in the very near term, yes, all eyes on that 200-period moving average and whether or not the price can push up through there. On the support side of things, very, very interesting level right here at, what is that, the 60.10 mark. So 60.10, one of those areas where, again, no guarantees, but if the price were to come down here and break through there, I could see that opening up another round of momentum to the downside, and very realistically, at least going back and testing this area here at the 59.70 mark, if not even going lower than that. But you don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. Let's just see if the price continues to respect the 60.10 mark or not. But yeah, definitely some interesting dynamics here and definitely some very well-defined levels. Next one here, the YM, and then the Dow Jones. It just don't care. Dow Jones is like, things were pretty sketchy, but it just ripped and roared all the way back. I mean, it's really crazy when you stop and think about how at one point this was looking very rough. And then things just, the bulls were like, we're okay. So not only did they recover back up to this support, which, had broken down through, not the greatest thing, then they came all the way up to the top part of this channel, and now the price is actually back up above there. So just a crazy strong day, all things considered. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that level as it served its purpose for now. And now in the very near term, and this is just based on the rule, and levels of resistance are broken and closed above, you ideally want to see them act as support. I'm going to give the price a little bit more leeway and move this level down to right here of support at 44,735. But even if the price were to fall below there, that doesn't mean the entire chart's destroyed or ruined or anything like that. Because from the overarching standpoint, you still have plenty of areas of support. You have the 50-period moving average, and then you have more so from the overarching level, the 200-period moving average. So moral of the story here being, there are still a lot of areas of support down below in the event this pulls back a bit. And then as far as areas of resistance are concerned, no need to overcomplicate this. This huge move right here, where did the party finally stop? And it stopped right up there a couple times at 44,920. So for that reason and that reason alone would be the key level to watch from the resistance standpoint. But yeah, the Dow Jones with the YM truly just marching to the tune of its own beat. Next one here, we'll move into the oil world and look at crude oil here, not ticker symbol, but symbol CL. And this will mean a little bit more to those of you that watched previous videos, but if you did, talked about this 72.80 mark as an area of support and a level to keep a close eye on. And it wasn't exact as the price came down here, broke below there, but it did, serve as an area where the price has now bounced back up above it. So moving forward, holding above 72.80 would be a very impressive sign of strength. Because think about what were to occur if the price, kind of does something like that and then curls back up. Now all of a sudden, what would you have? Well, you'd have a set of lows right there. You'd have lows right there. And if you envision those as stair steps, well, at least now you have stair steps progressing in the upwards direction. With all that being said, the main level to continue to watch is going to be that purple line there, the 50-period moving average. And it's a very stubborn level. Tricky in the sense of it's not necessarily a problem of breaking up above it. You can see right there, price broke above it. Right there, price broke above it. Broke above it. Slight break above it. Broke above it right there. The tricky part comes in maintaining and staying, staying above it. And every single time the price is broken above it, momentum disappears. Momentum disappears. Momentum disappears. You get the idea. Disappears and once again disappears. And then right there, the price just flat out was getting rejected by it. So the point here being is, yeah, even if the price stays above that line, that's great. Even if it's showing some signs of progress, that's great. But the truest sign of power, in my opinion at least, is not necessarily breaking above that purple line, but beginning to stay up above it. Because as I just went through, the history of this purple line has been very, very annoying and tricky. And then moving into the precious metal sector, and specifically gold here with symbol GC. And yeah, it was a rough movement here with all the drama going on. And last time I did the video, this 27.74-ish area was a support, but with the price breaking down below it, you would expect it to act as resistance, and then just the power of charts right here. There was this bounce up, and it was not exact, but got very close and was within this range before just rolling right back over. But now, given the price is way down here, I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of those levels up there as they've served their purpose for now, and I don't want to risk causing confusion because there's lines and clutter everywhere. So let's try to keep this as close as possible. So right now, key area and near-term area of resistance to keep an eye on is going to be that pink line there, 200-period moving average, right now valued at 27.50. And if the price were to be able to break up through there, you can keep an eye on that purple line there. But what I want to do here is get an overall trend line in place because I think this is going to it's going to show back. I think it's going to play a role here in the coming week, and we'll see what sort of role it plays, whether that is a rejection point or maybe a great breakout entry point. But like I said, I think a lot of people have drawn that trend line, and I make that comment because when a lot of people are watching the same trend lines and wondering the same thing, call it self-fulfilling prophecy, call it whatever you want, it can produce some very dynamic movements. In terms of areas where the price could potentially be headed down to, next overall area, if this does roll back over, which basically price is forming a bear flag right now. So if this bear flag does break to the downside, next overarching level, I could see the price going down to right around the 27.20 mark. So, and just to show you the bear flag real quick. So yeah, there is a little bit of an upwards channel, but before this down upwards channel, there was this big drop right there. So there is our bear flag pattern. So thank you for watching, but before you go, I do want to invite you to consider joining my private community, claytrader.com/team. It's not free, but it's amazing what a small little price can do to keep out the trolls, keep out the riffraff, and to bring in serious traders. So if you trade futures and if you're looking to surround yourself with other quality futures traders, then definitely get signed up for the community. There's a great opportunity to do networking and just learn from other people, knock ideas off one another. So like I said, if you consider yourself a serious trader and you're looking for other serious traders, then yeah, it's amazing what a small little amount can do to keep out all the drama. And that is not $99 per month. That is $99 for 3 months. So if you do the math, it breaks down to $8.25 per week. And as I always say, I'm very, very confident you'll get at least $8.25 of value each week in the community. So if you're, like I said, looking for a private community to join, a serious community, then please consider checking out claytrader.com/team, and I'll put a link down below also. So thanks for watching. Take care. If you enjoy these and if you're looking to support the channel in a super free and easy way, please hit that subscribe button. It really does help out. But take care and have a good one.